So let's start with the basics. QuickBooks Online Payroll at a high level comes in 3 different flavors, right? You've got Core, Premium, and Elite. They're all full service payroll to a certain extent, which basically means we Intuit are gonna pay and file your payroll tax liability, right? Starting with Core, it's our entry level automated payroll. It's a complete self-serve setup and DIY setup. This is normally suitable for more experienced users that know what they're doing, can handle setup on their own. Most clients tend to go with Premium and Elite, but we do have those clients that, hey, I really just have some very basic needs. I've already been doing payroll myself. I completely understand it. I don't need time tracking. I don't need any of the HR to keep me compliant with labor laws and stuff. I just want to go ahead and pay my employees, right? But a lot of clients, for the most part, are either looking at Premium and Elite just because of some of the things that we're going to talk about. Our Premium payroll is our most popular plan. It's that kind of middle SKU, right? It's still a self-serve setup, but it does include an expert review. This is where we're going to validate the work that's been done, right? We're going to dot your I's and cross your T's for accuracy. You also get brought into the HR support. It includes HR support, as Michael had mentioned, through our partner Mineral HR. Think of Premium as more of tools for HR, where you're going to have access to an extensive library full of information. We're going to keep you up to date as it relates to any changes around labor laws, whether it's at the state or federal level, right? We also include a time management solution. So if you do have hourly employees, or maybe you're in construction or in the nonprofit industry, right? In this particular case, you want to be able to keep track of time, potentially jobs, projects, etc. QuickBooks Time is going to enable you to do so. Lastly, we have our Elite Payroll. This is our complete full service payroll solution. This is our only level of payroll that provides one-to-one expert setup and guidance, okay? What this basically means is, for example, let's say that you're currently using a different payroll provider, right? Maybe one of the big at ADP's or Paychex, and it's still mid-year. You want to make a move now. You're already using QuickBooks Online, but you don't want to take on the responsibility of having to re-enter all of the payroll history year to date, right? That's where we come into play and are able to provide a white glove service. We'll partner you up with an onboarding agent. They're going to basically assist from start all the way from you running your first payroll to ensure everything gets done accordingly. You also have access to live HR advisors. So where Premium gave you access to tools, forms, templates, and extensive library, Elite is going to take it a step further and not only give you access to that extensive library, but it's also going to go ahead and give you live access to phone and chat support with HR advisors. So let's say, as Michael had mentioned, we're in this hybrid environment, right? You may be in multiple different states. You know your state, right? But then you're in new territory with the new state. There's a lot more complexity involved there. You don't understand the labor laws and stuff. And this is where you potentially reaching out to us so that we can actually help with guidance around that through our partner Mineral HR. And that's the power of such, right? As a growing business, I'm going into different states. I need to actually have that expert assistance available, right? I don't want to have to swift through a library of documents and stuff and forms. I want to actually get straight to an HR advisor that I can speak with and can give me guidance in that regard, okay? In addition, you also have access to QuickBooks Time. The big difference with the time here opposed to on Premium is you're going to have a little bit more functionality, okay, such as geofencing. So let me go back to that construction client. Let's say you're project-based and you've got a few jobs going on, right? The power of geofencing basically enables you to create boundaries for each of your projects. So let's say that you've got a foreman or you've got your employees, they're about to get to that job site. What geofencing is going to enable you to do is it's going to send a push notification to your employees, whether it's the foreman that's clocking, a crewman that's actually clocking everybody in, or each individual person. As soon as they get in within a certain amount of feet of that boundary, they'll get that push notification, and then basically it's going to remind them to go ahead and clock into the job, okay? Same thing is going to apply when they're actually leaving the job. It's going to send them a push notification reminding them to clock out of that specific job as well, okay? Now, the nice thing is that optional add-ons, the beyond payroll, are available on all 3 levels of payroll, which we're going to cover on the next slide.